I gotta tell you this. The universe tested me this morning. Okay, I woke up and I told my coach I was gonna go to the gym, but then I realized I had to clean my house because TJ and Gio and Lacey are coming over later. And I texted her, I was like, I'm not gonna come. I'm just gonna clean. Well, then I was like, no, scrub the toilet, Desiree. Just scrub the toilet. So 7:30 this morning, I scrubbed my toilet, I cleaned my bathroom, and I was like, I'm not gonna shower, I'm just gonna go to the gym. So I'm on my way to the gym. And it's a step class. And if you know me, you know how nervous I am about classes. And this one was a step with like an actual like foundational step that you have to step up, step down, step up, step down, do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And so I was pretty nervous. On my way, I get down to a train track and it is a solid stop for like 25 minutes. Legitimately did not move. At one point, the train wasn't moving, okay? They needed to take a break, apparently. And that's, it's okay. The universe was testing me. So I pull in, and my coach had texted me. She was like, hey, if you still want to come up, come in through the back door. So I pull in, I go in through the back door. I go up to the front of the classroom. And I was like, I'm not walking into the front of the classroom. So I walked down the steps, and I was like, you know what, Desiree? Just get on the treadmill. Just get on the treadmill and do some miles. And then I walked down the stairs, and I walked into my gym. And I was like, no. You are going to class. So I walked out the front door, up the right set of steps to where I could walk in at the back of the class. And I joined the step class. Now, when I tell you, the coordination, we got to work on that. Okay? Because I have so much fear about my foot up here that I don't trust myself. And I realized that. Like, the moves were very, very fast for me. Because I have to think about every step I take, right? Because of my injury. But I let that go. I let it go. And I wasn't doing the step at first. I was just on the floor. I was just doing the floor. Well, then my coach, she's working out right beside me because we had an instructor and my coach, she just likes to work out for fun, okay? I aspire to be that woman one day. Well, I do work out for fun. Anyways, squirrel. So like a couple songs in, my coach grabs one of the steps and puts it right in front of me. And she looks at me and she said, just if you're comfortable for the bouncing part. And I was like, are you for cereal right now? Like, I just walked in here to class 15 minutes late in the middle of a routine and I can't even get coordinated. And you're putting this little step thingamabob in front of me thinking that I'm going to do it. And she just looked at me and she was like, if you're comfortable. Well, in my noggin, I was like, no, I'm very uncomfortable. I don't want to do this. So immediately my body was like, fuck it, Linda, we're going to do it. And the next thing you know, I'm up and down on the step thing and I'm doing the routine. And again, zero coordination. So I wasn't falling in line with anyone, but I was still doing it. I was still doing the knee kicks. I was still doing the bouncing on the step. I was still doing the taps. I was still doing it. It wasn't in line with everybody else, but I was still doing it. And that's all that matters. And I also got to meet Chris. Well, I already met Chris, but Chris is the reason I'm at that gym. She's the one that I met at Walmart and she was crushing it. She was like, this is my favorite class. I was like, girl, I can tell. You were like, ooh. But anyways, step class is now my favorite class. I will be there every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. because it was so much fun. The instructor does such a good job. And she's like, we were doing lower body with the steps and then you do like an upper body and you pick up the step and you're like holding it and you're pulsing it and then you're like bending down with it and you're doing squats and it was so crazy, but it was legitimately the time of my life. Who am I? Sometimes it does feel like imposter syndrome because drunk Desiree, listen, Saturdays for me were spent hungover from Friday, okay? Usually didn't wake up until like 1 or 2. And then I would place grocery order, make some really greasy food to soak up my hangover, if I was even able to cook. There were a lot of days my son had to run and get me food, okay? Because I was just so sick. But then I would make myself better enough to where I could drink Saturday night. And now I wake up, scrub my toilet at 7:30 in the morning, and I'm in dancing and doing a step class at a gym at 9 a.m. Feels good. It feels good. Uncomfortable as fuck, but it feels good. Just step outside of where you're comfortable because the growth you will have afterwards, impeccable. Okay, love you, bye.